Hey guys, it's Sarah from Book Nerds and Fangirls, and today we'll be doing something that I didn't think we'd be doing today, but I was watching Alex Mayer's channel, and his Are You Afraid of the Dark video came out where he rewatched the old Are You Afraid of the Dark, and thought it was really cheesy, so in that video, he said that the new Are You Afraid of the the Reboot just had their first episode up, and well, I was like pretty much a baby and not even born when most of Are You Afraid of the Dark was out. I was born in 1993. The show, show was made in 1990. So I was like an infant for like 3 years of this show. Not even, wasn't an infant. Sorry. I wasn't even born for 3 years of this show. And then other parts of this show, I was like literally a toddler. So, of course, I don't really remember the original Are You Afraid of the Dark because it ended in the 2000s and I was like 7 years old by the time it ended. This show went on for quite a while. It says that it went on for like 10 years. That's crazy to me. But its reboot just came out, and I wanted to react to the reboot because I do remember watching some of the episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark. One of the episodes is the reason why I'm so terrified of needles. Needles, I don't know what the episode's title, but I think if you're an OG Are You Afraid of the Dark fan, you would probably know the episode with the nurse and the needle and her going like, "Oh, it's time for your shots," or something like that. That terrified me as a kid. And after that, I was terrified of needles. Now I do alright with needles, but I still hate them. And then they're just, ugh, gross. So, enough about the introduction. We're gonna go ahead and watch the first episode and see how I like this new reboot. As always, I'm just gonna have commentary on this. I'm not gonna have the actual episode. It's up on YouTube now. If you would like to watch it, I believe the official Nickelodeon, the official Nickelodeon Rewind posted this to their channel as like, hey, this is our new show. Are you gonna watch it? It's kind of like a going and giving us a freebie to see if we're gonna watch the show. I personally will probably not continue on with the series because I don't have cable. Therefore I don't have Nickelodeon. So this is gonna be a one-time thing. Also, look forward to my second reviews for Nancy Drew, Riverdale, and Legacies. Those are coming up soon. I also would like to say that The Insatiable Season 2 review is coming your way. I just have to jot down and really consider what I'm saying in that video because this season took such a huge turn, and you will see why in my video. I'm probably gonna film it today, so if you see me wearing this outfit multiple times, mind your business. Alright, let's go ahead and start with this video. I'm excited. Let's see what this new series has to offer. Okay, so already we're going with a different vibe. Usually in the original Are You Afraid of the Dark, there was these group of kids called the Midnight Society that would gather around the campfire telling old ghost stories. And this time we take a different approach to starting off the episode with a girl having a nightmare about, I want to say she looks like she is in an asylum. Probably not. Don't quote me on that. But she sees this guy, and he looks like he's like the ringleader of a circus. Honestly, at least that's my interpretation of it. She really has like bad memories of a circus, or something terribly gone terribly wrong in a circus. But I don't know, I haven't seen all the episode, so we'll see about that. Also, one of the little girl in this episode, the one that grabbed the guy's hand, and she looks like one of the twins from The Shining if she was younger. Am I the only one that noticed that, or does no one get that reference anymore? Please tell me I'm not that old. Okay, let's continue with the episode. Okay, it's already making a lot of commentary here. I really like the new intro. It's very nostalgic, yet not nostalgic, if you know what I mean. It has a very nostalgic feel, but it's its own thing, too, and I really like it. Also, whenever we see the girl in the morning, that's the most realistic portrayal of how people wake up in the morning that I've seen. So, good job, Nickelodeon. Thank you for not doing the whole Disney thing where everyone wakes up and they're like so super perfect. Except Anna from Frozen. That was just great. That's another realistic portrayal of how I wake up in the mornings. But I do like that realistic portrayal of her like sleeping and her mouth's like all wide open. It's like, yep. I like that. Just thought I would comment on those. I'm gonna watch about like a couple more minutes of this episode. Hopefully it doesn't turn into an hour-long commentary, but we'll see. Okay, so like this show is already like so perfect at like being relatable to teenagers. I don't like care what kind of like teenagehood you used to be in. Like everyone could relate to the things that this girl just went through. Having braces. Like I could relate because I had braces whenever I was her age. Like having braces and having to like brush your teeth with them, that was cool. Having a mother that's a little too quirky and like, yeah, just get and optimistic and like showing it like, oh god, that voice was just perfect. It's like, aren't you excited? I'm so excited. Are you on caffeine? No, it's like morning people versus non-morning people. That was a great depiction of that. I actually really enjoyed that. I also like enjoyed the whole like her putting on the headphones and ignoring her mom because like, Mom, I really just wanna listen to music. And then I did enjoy whenever like the guy came out and the girl with Rachel was just all like, I think her name's Rachel. So like, I like when she went out and she was like looking at this boy and checking him out, and then her mom's all like, "Hello, young man," and I'm like, "Oh God, the mother embarrassing you." That's just perfect. Perfect. That was so good. And like, oh, it's like, Mom, just like you're embarrassing us. Don't say anything else. And then she was all like, "Oh, like, this is my daughter Rachel," and then Rachel's like, "Hi, I'm Rachel," and it's just like, it was just so awkward, and how she looked awkward. It was just so perfect. Like this show's already going off to a good start, which is weird. Cause like I thought it was gonna be like every other reboot where I'm just like, oh god. Like don't get me wrong, the original will still be probably the best. I don't remember a lot of the original, so I can't say from experience. But god, this is already so funny. And then the optimistic vibes, like, Mom being optimistic when you're a teen and you just hate everything. It's so good. I don't know who wrote this show. Obviously, who wrote this show works with a lot of teenagers and preteens. So they obviously put their research in, which I appreciate. I don't feel like this is some, like, 30 to 40-year-old man writing from a teenage girl's perspective. I just don't feel that. Maybe others feel that, but I don't. And I don't know. Let's go ahead and get on to the episode here. Okay, so I didn't research any of this before I started watching it, nor did I watch the trailers. I just knew they were making a remake of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And the guy that plays Ben in It Chapter 1 is in this show, and I'm like, oh my god, I noticed that kid. So I researched him. It's like, that looks so much like Ben from It, and it is Ben from It. And I'm like, that's just such a nice surprise. Just saying, every time I see an actor I know, I get like, oh my god, I know that actor. Everyone else, I'm just like a little about. I don't notice them straight away. I'm not really. I just noticed Ben, the guy who plays Ben from It, is in here because I love It Chapter 1. Not so much It Chapter 2, but that's another video for another time. But let's go ahead and get on the video. Also, I love horror movie. I watch horror movies t-shirt. I need that t-shirt in my life. Okay, so far I noticed that there's a lot of depictions of social anxiety in this. Which I enjoy because being a teenager, or a kid for that matter, and trying to find like a seat in the cafeteria was always the worst when it came to anxiety because like I always had a specific table. If I couldn't find that specific table, I would get so anxious because I wouldn't know where to sit because that table was always empty, and whenever it was not empty, it made me feel like super anxious. Like, when you have anxiety, eating lunch is the worst. The worst. So I like that depiction of the whole, you don't really know someone, know these people, you're trying to find a place to sit. It's not really working out. Luckily for me, I made like an awesome group of friends that I could sit with, and when I didn't have them on lunch periods, I would just go sit and chill outside. They did have an outside area at my school, but some schools didn't have that, so that was always the worst for me. And I like the depiction of social anxiety when it comes to cafeterias because it's always the worst. So I thought I would mention that. Okay, so I got through like half of it already. I'm just saying, I really like whenever they were doing the whole question and answer, like, would you rather do this or would you rather do that? Because those are very interesting questions to ask. Especially when it comes to, like, scary stories and horror and other stuff. And the whole initiation, well, part, like, 1 or 2 of the initiation, where they're scaring the shit out of her when we know it's gonna be the kids from the school that we've been seeing, like, all this time. Like, Midnight's, I'm just like, it's pretty obvious. Obvious to me as an adult watching this. Now, to kids, I don't know, I'm not a kid. I can't speak on the kid perspective of this, but I'm just like, what makes you think that she would come back to this place after y'all scared the shit out of her? I don't think, like, she got too scared, but I know that if someone asked me to meet them in the woods at night, and it was, like, so spooky and creepy, and then they kidnapped me, took me to a campfire, and was like, oh, that's just part 1. Meet us tomorrow. I'd just be like, okay, maybe these people are a little, too strange. Maybe, like, I'll just pass. So that's a risk that they're willing to take. Me personally, I think I would not be included in the Midnight Society because I was chicken shit when I was a teenager, so I didn't want to sneak out. I didn't want to, like, do any of that stuff. stuff, and her mom seems like a realistic parent that's not just gonna show up every once in a while. Sooner or later, she's gonna figure out that her daughter, like, snuck out of the house to go see the Midnight Society. So, we'll see if that comes into play. But so far, so good. I'm a little sad that I can't watch all the episodes, but let's see how this pans out. Can I just say I love Rachel's dedication to writing this story? Like, I get it. I'm working on a story myself today, and I'm actually supposed to be working on it right now. But the procrastination devil is on my shoulder, and I really need to just, like, shake it off and start writing. But I really want to watch this, so maybe after I watch this, I'll focus on writing my chapter. Wish me luck on that. Okay, so, like, the scorpion thing was pretty effective. Like, I jumped out of my skin a little bit on that one because, like, I'm from New Mexico, so I hate scorpions with a passion. It's just, ugh. And I also hate snakes, and there was a snake. So that's more like childhood fears coming into play because, God, do I hate them so much. So much. It wasn't really scary, but it was just like when you see something that you hate and your body is just like repressing the urge to cringe. Like, that was that. Am I the only one who hates scorpions? Comment down below, little devils. Okay, so, like, we just got to the part where the Midnight Society unmasked themselves. Had a feeling it was either gonna be her next door neighbor or the tall, lanky guy, but it's not the tall, lanky guy, it was, like, the popular guy that I was just like, oh, it's gonna be kind of a twist, and he's gonna be in the Midnight Society. And I was right. So, good on me for guessing that, but at the same time when they're introducing themselves, I think her name's Kiko, I believe. She said greetings and salutations, and every time I hear that, I think of JD from Heathers, because that's what he said. First said to Veronica, so, I'm just gonna say that wasn't a saying before JD, and she's a fan of Heathers, but we'll see. See, that was just like Heathers vibes to me, and I would like to comment on that. So I just finished the first episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark, the new series, and I gotta say that this one, I don't know if it's the nostalgia talking, I don't know if it's actually really super good, but this show is actually pretty good for a kid's show. Now, I'm not saying that kid shows can't be great. I rewatched the kid shows from my generation and some from this generation, and a lot are actually pretty solid. This one has the making of a pretty solid kid show, and something that 90's babies could even enjoy. Speaking as a 90's baby who watched some of Are You Afraid of the Dark, not all, but some, I think they, like, nailed the vibe, and I really do like that it's not just, sitting around the campfire telling stories. Like, I loved that aspect of the first Are You Afraid of the Dark? But we know that it would get very repetitive and boring after a while for this generation, so I like how they shook it up and made it nostalgic for us 90's babies to enjoy, but also made it something entirely their own for this generation. So I think it's a perfect blend of 90's and the 2010s. I think this is a pretty good start to a series. Good job, Nickelodeon. I didn't think you had it in you, but, like, Nickelodeon produces pretty good shows. Mostly good shows. They've had a few misses, just like Disney does. But I actually really enjoyed this. I really hope they post the second half to this episode, or else I'll just, like, be a little sad that I can't watch it. But we shall see if they do post this up this Friday, because apparently this looks like it's from, October 9th, which was, wow, that was last Friday. So if it comes out this Friday and I see it, I'll post it on a video for you guys. Guys, stay tuned while I do Nancy Drew later on tonight, along with possibly Riverdale. I might save Riverdale for tomorrow along while I'm waiting on Legacies to pop up, because I got so many views that I appreciate on my Legacies videos. So, comment down below and let me know, do you like the new Are You Afraid of the Dark? Do you think it won't beat the original? And what from the original that they did include in this new one that you would like to see in this series. Just let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!